Hi everyone, Bruno Recommends Records here. Again, if you watched my other video, I'm putting out two videos. And I did an art tag from Jack, who has the Vinyl Voyager channel. So check the link out in the end of this video. And I'm doing the vinyl tag called The Original Vinyl Tag that was put out 24 hours after David Atkinson put the not so official vinyl tag, which became the official vinyl tag for lots of people in the community. And I think which is good because David really deserves it. And I can't see, but this really interesting tag that was put out without knowing that there was another tag. It's quite interesting. It's not like as personal as David Atkinson's one, but I was really looking forward to do this tag, and this tag made me to acquire some records that I wanted for a long time and I didn't have in my collection. So I checked a few possibilities of answers to this tag, which I had on CD, but I wanted to do on vinyl properly. And I found some really bargains for some of the records that I always wanted to have. So thanks to Joaquim or Joachim from Middle Life Crisis Rants, which is the person who put out this great vinyl tag too. And as you've seen in my thumbnail and the title of this video, I'm a little bit pissed with something, how people have reacted to this tag. Because every time I kind of speak with someone in the vinyl community and ask what do you think about too many vinyl tags coming out every January, because right now you have the art tag that I already did, you have the non-official vinyl tag, which is the official vinyl tag, became the official vinyl tag, sorry. You have a funk soul vinyl tag, you have a Canadian theme vinyl tag, you have metal vinyl tag, punk vinyl tag, prog rock vinyl tag. There you have lots of vinyl tag. An Iron Maiden vinyl tag. I never saw one. That's really interesting, but I don't have nothing from Iron Maiden, so I hope someone who is a fan will do that tag. It seems really interesting. But in the middle of all the tags, this one that came out 24 hours after David Atkinson's vinyl tag was just put aside. And every time I ask someone in the community, as I was saying, people just say, well, it doesn't matter too many tags, which I disagree with it, because I think if you put too much stuff in one go, it kind of starts clashing with each other. So people tend to start like losing the opportunity to do these tags because, you just do them in one go. You just wait for them every week. But if you do one every week or two every week, it's going to take like 1 month or two for you to do all the vinyl tags that are coming out. Do you choose a vinyl tag? And what I see is when people do this without being called vinyl tags, and they do it like threads starting February, because January is the tag fever, I think it works better, to be honest with you. And it's kind of, just seeing people with good intentions but putting themselves over each other. And I'm already getting that thing of people just doing this as fast as they can and not waste too much time. Like, oh, first prompt, this record, second prompt, this record, third prompt, this record, and kind of loses like the thing that it really attracts me, on watching a video and knowing the reason why that person chose that record to the prompts. And I think it kind of takes away. But anyway, I agree with the more the merrier thing. But the thing is, if it's the more the merrier, why the fuck, and excuse my French, have no one picked up this tag and did it? Because I did a video about this situation with David Atkinson and Joaquim putting both their tags in the space of 24 hours. And they were fine with each other in the comments in my video. They were pretty fine, you know. And Joaquin actually got like this negative comment. Oh, it was only one, but this guy that came out from nowhere, and I'm not gonna say his name. Because you know, it was the comment that he left. It was kind of sad. It was kind of ridiculous. And he was trying to kind of defend David Atkinson's tag. And David Atkinson was the first one saying on his first video, saying that it was okay with people coming out with other tags, okay? Even if it was another vinyl tag 2026, which I think it was the wrong thing, the wrong approach that Joaquin did with this tag. But he said on my comments that he wasn't aware of the tag. Me, myself, I was only aware of David Atkinson's tag because David Atkinson did this in the right way, at least in the opinion of the vinyl community, which was, he said it way before he put out the prompt. He said, I'm going to do an attempt of the vinyl tag this year. So people really loved that. And Joaquin was just like, they did like two different type of people and with different types of personality. And Joaquin's personality was like, I'm just going to put this one going. Let's see, guys, have fun. Let's have a tag because I want to have a tag. And basically that was it. There's no biggie within. So I don't understand why more people just grab this tag. I didn't do this tag before because I was on holiday enjoying my time with my family, and I told Tricky I'm waiting for some records that I kind of used your tag as an excuse to get them, and I'm going to use them in your tag. So this is what I'm going to do right now. And I'm just going to leave, if David Atkinson kind of is watching this video, David, I think I didn't see Joaquin's take on your tag. But he did, and he was one of the first ones doing it, and it's very funny, very interesting, and I would love to see it on the list. I don't know if he's already included or not. And I think the problem was that Joaquin put like the same photo than David's prompts. It's the exact same photo. So if you don't read the title, you think it's David Atkinson's video. So I think that's the reason why he probably it got a little bit not noticed, but he did a great response tag to your video. So if you're watching this, David, it would be great for you to include it. And if you don't mind, I would really love to see you doing the Joaquin's tag, which is a little bit easier in a sense, but it's a great tag as well. So here we go. I'm gonna stand for my man because I really love a middle life crisis rants channel, and Joaquin is also a Portuguese guy like me, but he's living in US and I'm living in UK. So let's do this. Let's go. I was really looking forward to do this one. So favorite release from 2025. I'm not going to take the records out. I said this on the other video, but I'm not going to do this for sure on this one. So my favorite release from 2025 was this band Maruja with their first album, which is Painted Power. They also released an EP on 2025, but it's a different thing. It's like an improvisation song that lasts like around 20-30 minutes. But this is a really very good record with songs, and if you don't know this band, they're very interesting. They have like this reactionary attitude, but towards love, and they have a very interesting instrument which is saxophone, and gives them a little bit jazzy vibes and a little bit world music vibes sometimes. And I saw them live. These guys are great. So if you don't know Maruja, check them out. And as usual, I'm going to leave all the names of the artists and the albums in the video description, so you are sure how to pronounce them correctly if you want to check them out. So next one, show a record from England. And this is a suggestion. I don't know if Joaquin's going to like this band or not, but it's a very interesting band. I don't know if he's aware of this band, which is called Bad Breeding. And I saw these guys live Firstly, opening for Botch, which is like a metal core band. These guys are more punk. They have a slight hint of post-punk in some songs, but the attitude, most of their music, it's really punk, and they're really, really interesting. This album is from 2024. I wanted to say the name. I should have put my Contempt. So, and I've got it signed, but I'm not going to take it out. Okay? So, really, really good band. Bad Breeding. Check them out. You might like even better their first records. So, third, show a record from the USA. And because of the times we're living in, I don't want to go too political, but yeah, because of the times we're living in, especially in the US in terms of government decisions, I'm putting Downset, which is a self-titled album from 1994, and this album is amazing and still holds up till this day. So there you go, the guy blindfolded with hints of racism and all that stuff, and this is like rap metal core album, but a very, very good one. These guys opened in Portugal for Pantera, and I know lots of people got really addicted straight away. I knew them from MTV back then, and I kind of like so-and-so the rest of their career, but this first album, god damn, this is a banger, man, from top to bottom. All killer, no filler, like you used to say. Show a record from Eastern Europe. So this is a band called Fleshworld. This album has a very interesting name. I love this cover. The essence has changed, but the details remain. So this is a Polish band, and because of this record, this cover, I didn't have to check it out if they were like right-wing, kind of racist and all that kind of stuff. This is heavy, but it's not heavy metal. Has metal hints, but it's like, you can call it post-metal, slight hints of black metal, slight hints of post-core or metal core. Really, really interesting album, and really a banger for me as well. I think this is from 2022 or 2023, and I've been addicted to this for the last years, and it spins a lot. So if you don't know, there you go. Eastern Europe, Polish band, Fleshworld. Show a record from Africa. Now this one, I bought it for a really cheap price, because if you find this being sold saying that it's in almost mint condition, it's going to be better, but not as better as this guy came, because the seller on eBay was saying, Discogs was saying that the cover and the record were in a really bad shape. So it was like, I risk it, okay, hoping that it was a slight better than it was, and it's completely, gosh, this has so much noise. I never heard a record with so much noise. And the cover, look, it seems that it went to one of the world wars. And this is Fela Kuti. It's my favorite record from Fela Kuti. And the last one he did with his band back then, which was Africa 70. And this was the first part of a concert he did in Berlin in 1979, the year I was born. So another reason why this record is so special to me. But this record, it's Afrobeat, but you know what? This record is more punk than some punk records out there. This guy had really a great attitude for a long time. His artistic name was Fela Ransom Kuti, because in Nigeria he was being persecuted by the government and the police. So a kind of an activist. He's a saxophone player, for anyone who doesn't know who this guy is or was. And he kind of is considered the king of the Afrobeat. And his way, he would work with this kind of band the same way than James Brown used to do with this band, which was giving cues for them when to change to another rhythmic section or the chorus or whatever. So this concert, this song, V.I.P, Vagabonds in Power, it's really, really great. I wanted to have it for a long, long time, but unfortunately I'm gonna have to invest a little bit more in a new copy. Probably a re-edition, because an original of this can go to hundreds of pounds, man. So there you go. From Nigeria, Fela Kuti. Show a record from Central America. Now, I said I don't want to go too political, but I'm a sucker for this time of the Cuban Revolution, especially in terms of history, and Carlos Puebla, which is like a traditional singer from Cuba. He had some songs like related with Che Guevara, which Che is Argentinian, but he was part of the Cuban Revolution, and that's where Che, which means friend, comes from. It was his nickname in Cuba. And so this has like a set of revolutionary songs. It was recorded in 1966, if I'm not wrong. This came out a little bit later, 1970 or something. And there's only an Italian edition of this record, which is a live concert in La Bodeguita del Medio, which was like a club, a musical club in Cuba. I don't know if it still exists, but very, very good album if you're into Cuban music and you're okay with whatever reasons they were speaking back then, and kind of give the excuse, the historic excuse. It's great. It's amazing. It's a banger. If you love that kind of music, you know, like Buena Vista Social Club, there you go. Carlos Puebla. So now, show a record from South America, and I'm gonna show a punk hardcore band, which I'm pretty sure that Joaquin knows, and probably he has a better edition than mine. This is a re-edition. I can't remember the year, but yeah, it's a recent re-edition of this album called Brasil, from a band called Ratos de Porão, which means mice from the basement, rats from the basement, something like that. And this cover is amazing, man. And this portrays like lots of bad stuff that happened in Brazil during a long time, mentioning their dictatorship that lasted until 87, the colonization by the Portuguese, lots of bad stuff related with government, religion, whatever. It's a punk hardcore band. This album is from 1987 or 1988. I think it's 1988 actually. But it's still, the lyrics in this album, unfortunately, they're still very, very actual, especially because of not this president right now, the older one, but there's still lots of corruption going in Brazil in terms of government. So, and I think it's something that will never ever vanish, unfortunately. So there you go, great album. It's signed by the original lineup, which is only two of the people who recorded this album: João, the guitar player, and João Gordo, the lead singer. But anyway, great album. I'm not going to take it out. I don't want to go further than the 30 minutes. I'm showing the record already. Show record from Asia. So, Indian band called Bloodywood. They started like in 2019 or something like that, and they started to become more well known because these guys mixture. They call themselves world music metal or something like that. Ethnic metal, ethnic metal. But they kind of more towards the new metal. They have this guy who raps in English. They have a guy who sings in Indian, and they mix Indian music with heavy music. They put out a new album last year, but I'm still not sure if I'm going to get it or not, because it's kind of the same formula than this one. And this one is like a total banger that kind of, I don't know, when it came out was like really brand new for me and for lots of people who find out about Bloodywood. These guys give a goddamn live show, man. If you have the chance to watch Bloodywood, you're not gonna regret it. And they're very, very interesting. So if you don't know them, check them out. This album is called Rakshak, the first album. It's my suggestion for the Asia record, show record from either Australia or New Zealand. So I'm gonna show. I know it's a common thing, yeah, but I love this album. It's one of my favorite live albums all time. AC/DC Live, and actually it was the first album I really bought from AC/DC. It wasn't me who didn't buy it. There was like, I had this cousin of mine and these uncles of mine that used to do a travel every single year to this huge mall or shopping center in Spain called El Corte Inglés, and Portuguese people used to go there quite often because you could buy lots of stuff for cheaper prices than in Portugal. And this album just came out when I went with my uncles and my cousin. And I remember my auntie was like, I didn't have any cash. I was like, I don't know, 13, something like that. This album came out in 92, probably 13. And she was like, are you not going to buy anything? And I said, I don't have any cash with me. And she was like, just choose whatever you want. And I bought the CD, with the 2-album CD. You have a version with only 1 CD. So this is the vinyl. I already had it once, but I'm going to tell the story in another video. So there you go. AC/DC Live, one of my favorite live albums all time. Now, show record from the Caribbean. And this was one that I acquired quite recently for a very cheap price. And it's the side A is in pretty good shape. The side B has a constant pop, but I'm okay with it, okay? Because this album can go really expensive. This is a first US edition of Exuma. And I don't know if you're aware of a movie called Nope. That's where I found out the first song, which is the Obeah Man. And this guy is considered like, he doesn't have a specific genre. He mixes lots of stuff, African music, blues, bluegrass, folk, intervention music. He's all over the place, but it's really, really good, man. If you like rhythmic stuff and like that kind of folk poetry, from the 60s, just check this guy out, man. Exuma, at least this album is really, really good and should be in everybody's collection. There you go. I bought it for 17 pounds. Usually in perfect shape it goes for 80, 90, and it is in US, and I have to pay for shipping costs and all that stuff, so it gets really expensive, around 100 and something pounds. And there was one guy on Discogs on here in UK selling it, and I got it. And actually this was a very good buy, I must say. I already listened to it like 2 or 3 times. So, show record that initially you didn't like but grew on you. And I'm going to show an US Christian band, but it's a metalcore band, and they're called Zao. Some people call it Zao, but they call it Zao. And this album has a title in Latin, which I'm going to try to pronounce it correctly. Liberate te ex Inferis, which means save yourself from hell. And this is a better cover than the original CD, because this came out originally on CD. And I wanted to have this album. There's another album I also want to have, but the records on vinyl from Zao, they're really, really expensive. At least the ones I wanted to get. So this is one of them. And it just came out on 2000 and something, the first copy, which had a different cover, different from the CD, the original CD version. And it was, both the CD cover and the other cover are awful. And this one is amazing. This one is amazing. And I found out that this was still being sold in the right time, so I bought it for a really decent price. It came from US. It got a little bit more expensive because of the shipping costs, but I always wanted to have this on vinyl, and it's really, really good. This is metalcore. It's heavy as hell, and the voice of this guy sounds pretty much like black metal band. Yeah, that kind of growl, and that put me off for a long time, because I never was that much into black metal. I'm a little bit more nowadays, because there's lots of different stuff and interesting stuff that came out, just go further from the original theme of the worshipping the devil and all that kind of stuff that I never liked that much. But that voice, the voice of this guy, was something that really put me out for a long time, until I got used to it, and now I just love it. So I think they're still around. They're a very, very good band. They used to be Christian, at least. I don't know if they are. They still are. They were Christian when they put out this record, and it's really, really one of my favorites all time. There you go, Zao. So, show a record with a cover you would like to be in it. Easy peasy. Woodstock. This is the concert. If I had to choose a concert where I wanted to be, this is the one. Okay, the original Woodstock concert. So 69. This was like, besides all the artists that played on this show, this must have been an amazing experience. And I'm not talking about drugs, okay, and sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I'm talking about really the vibe of the whole thing, and it's considered like the end of the hippie era. So that's it. Woodstock, easy peasy for me. I would love to be in that cover. Show a record with a great cover, and I'm going for an Hypnosis cover. So this is the cover from the first album from XTC. This is an original UK pressing, which has an extra record. I'm not going to take it out, but this is brilliant, man. It's simple. Actually, if you know Tormento from Yes, that cover, that awful cover, that was what was proposed by Hypnosis to XTC, and they said, no way, dude, I'm not going to pay for that. So they sold that cover to Yes, they accepted it, and they did this amazing cover, which is brilliant, only has text. And I know that there was already some kind of covers with some text, but not like this, not like all written from top to bottom. This is an amazing, simple, and effective idea. I really love the simplicity and how genius this cover is. There you go. Now, show a record of your favorite... Hold on. Show a record of your favorite foreign band. And I didn't put it out, but I have in front of me. Give me a second. I have lots of favorite foreign bands. I don't have a specific foreign band. But I fell in love with this one because there was a TV show when I was smaller that was about the mob in Italy, and it was called, if you translate it, it was called Octopus, which in Italian is La Piovra, the octopus, okay? And I was trying to find out, in 2023, I was trying to find out if that show was available, and even to buy online, it's quite expensive and rare to find, unfortunately. But I found out there was a band that came out in 2000s. They already finished. I think the musician's still going on with other projects, but it's called La Piovra, the octopus. This is how do you call it? Missing the name. Yeah, it's a picture disc. Sorry, it's a picture disc. I was missing the name, the word. But only one side. The other side is the listenable one, which is good because the picture discs usually doesn't sound that good. So yeah, one side is just like back vinyl, and this side is the picture disc. It's unlistenable. So this is like an EP. They never put an album out, and this is like punk hardcore. They're very, very, very interesting. So another suggestion to Joaquin, If it doesn't know this Italian band, La Piovra, give it a check. I don't know if it's your thing, but I really, really, really love these guys. So there you go. One of my favorite foreign bands. Show a record that survived the test of time. Dude, I didn't put out a few records. I'm going to skip this question. I'm going to go to the next one. And I'll come back to this one. Show record that survived the test of time. Show record to peace over sensitive people. So, this is a Portuguese band called Aníkúlápó 2000. Yeah, I'm going to take the cover off because it's really aggressive. So, only the cover is already offensive, okay? It's like a porno photo from a magazine or a porno video or something like that. Censored, but it is. I already mentioned these guys in another video. They're called Aníkúlápó 2000, which doesn't have a literal translation. It's like Hooray 2000 or something like that. And these guys, if you find out the cover offensive, well, I'm glad that you don't understand, or most of you don't understand Portuguese, because in terms of offense, these guys just make like the caricature of every bad thing that exists on planet Earth, man. And they would be censored straight away if they came out nowadays. So there you go. This album is called És Muito Linda, which means you're so beautiful, but I'm just going to show one more time, guys. Yeah, that's it. This really pisses lots of people off, especially nowadays. So, show a record, your subscribers. No, show a record for educational purposes, which might go towards knowing an artist that no one knows. And this is a compilation that came out on 2025, last year, from a band called Sannyasin. And it includes their 2 EPs, one on one side, one on the other side. They didn't do anything else. And they were, before this band, they were in another band, a straight edge hardcore band called Shizato or X-Knife. And they changed the name when they stopped like going towards the straight edge thing, and they wanted to get rid of the straight edge thing because it was getting a lot of negativity within the straight edge community, especially in the US. People going really aggressive with other people who were in straight edge, and really aggressively, like punching and killing and kind of that weird stuff. If you don't know what straight edge means, it's like this punk hardcore movement that came out in the late 80s. Ian MacKaye wrote a song called Straight Edge. He doesn't consider himself straight edge, but it was about not being like, I don't need to drink, I don't need to smoke, and I don't need to take drugs to be cool. So that's the motto of the straight edge movement, okay? And this is a very, for educational purposes, even the lyrics are quite positive. So if you don't know Sannyasin and you like punk hardcore, check this out. This is really a banger. Now, what album will I choose? An album that stood the test of time. Oh, I know what it was. So I've got it somewhere here. It's on the J's Portuguese section. Give me a second. Sorry, I'm still here. So, a record that survived the test of time. This is a single, actually, and it's called FMI. I don't know what's the thing for the literal translation, but it's like the monetary funding, international monetary funding. I don't know if that's how it's called. And that's the title of this song. This is like one song only. It's divided on 2 parts because it's a vinyl record. This came out in 1982. We came out from a dictatorship, a right-wing, far-right dictatorship associated with other countries like Franco from Spain and Mussolini from Italy. And our dictatorship finished on 1974. So this came out on 1982, and it's a concert that this guy, he was like an interventional folk singer, Portuguese folk singer, and he has this thing that it's like 2 chords on a guitar, and he just is reciting a poem like this spoken word thing, and it's very emotional. And the saddest part is everything he was saying, if you change like the names associated politically back then and associated with most recent terms, whether politically or social, references, it's what we're living right now in Portugal. And I listened to this album for the first time in 1994. A friend of mine just recorded it in the tape and said, "Oh, Bruno, I found out this in my dad's collection. You really have to check this out. If you like this kind of folk singers, you have to check this out. You're gonna love it." And I was addicted. It was already it already sounded very actual in terms of the content back then in '94. Right now, it even sounds more actual, more I don't know. It seems like if you change a few like references, you would say that this was written nowadays. So it's kind of scary, and because of that, this record still stands the test of time. And it's kind of an expensive one to get it nowadays, unfortunately. But yeah. Sure record your subscribers would be surprised to see. I'm a new channel, so I don't have that many subscribers, and I don't think there's something that the people who are starting to watch my channel would be surprised with. But let's say that I have this single from Carly Simon, Let the River Run, that it was on the soundtrack of Working Girl, a movie with Sigourney Weaver, Harrison Ford, and I can't remember the other actress, very well known back then. And yeah, so this is like very corny music, but it became a special music to me and my wife. This is actually from my wife. It was a gift. I gave it to her. We only like this song from the artist. We find all the rest like really, really corny because it's like, you know, it's not bad. It's just we don't like it. Yeah, it's not our thing. But this song became like a very special song in our life. So there you go. That's the most surprising thing I can show to my subscribers right now. And give a big shout out. So I'm going to give a big shout out to everybody who doesn't have a YouTube channel and watches all the vinyl community YouTube channels or some of the vinyl community YouTube channels, because without them and without like the channels that support each other, things wouldn't work out. So I'm going to give a shout out to those channels who support each other, like myself, and a lot, most of the channels do that actually. So I'm going to give a big shout out to supporting, whether it's from a channel to another channel, whether it's from a YouTube account. And without that, these videos wouldn't make any sense, because if you didn't want our videos to be watched, we weren't putting out our videos and doing a YouTube channel. So there you go. Yeah, big shout out to everyone who supports me and all the other channels in the vinyl community. Stay free, and this is it. Okay, have a nice one, guys. See you later.